Hey there, it's Joel with PPS House Buyers. Are you dealing with tenants who aren't paying rent? I know this can be very stressful. So today I'm going to share 4 simple options that can help you handle this tough situation. So let's talk about it. Okay, option number 1, talk it out. So the first thing you can try is to have a friendly talk with your tenant. Hey, listen, sometimes people go through hard times, and here's what you can do to help them in that situation. So you can work out a payment plan with them. Work out a schedule where your tenant pays a little bit each week until they catch up. For example, they could pay $200 every Friday until they're back on track. Another way you could do it is accepting partial payments for now. Maybe they can pay half the rent this month and catch up next month when their situation gets better. You really want to find out if they need help finding resources as well. There are many programs here in the Houston area that can help people pay rent. You can point them to those local assistant programs or charities that might be able to help them out in this tough situation. Okay, option number 2 is something I like to call cash for keys. So here's something many landlords don't know about. All right, you can offer your tenants money to move out. This might sound strange, but think about it. It's often cheaper than going to court. Court costs and lawyer fees can add up to thousands of dollars, but you might only need to offer your tenant $500, $1,000 in cash for the keys. And here's the situation. Your tenant gets help moving. The money helps them to pay for a moving truck and put down a deposit somewhere else, and you get your property back faster instead of waiting months for courts. You could have your property back in just a week or 2. Here, everyone wins. You save money and time, and your tenants get help starting fresh somewhere new. All right, option number 3. This is one of a last resort, and that's to file an eviction notice. If the other options don't work, you can go to court and file an eviction notice, and here's what will happen. You fill out the paperwork at the local courthouse. You'll need to bring proof that your tenant hasn't paid the rent, like a bank statement or a rent ledger. The county clerk will be able to help you out, fill out the right forms and all that good stuff. And the court will tell your tenant about the eviction. A sheriff or a process server will give your tenant official papers telling them about the eviction case. And this is called, in legal terms, being served. You get a court date to tell your side, and you'll go before a judge and explain why you need to evict your tenant. So you'll need to make sure you bring all your paperwork showing that they haven't paid rent, as well as any lease contract or anything like that. And if you win, the sheriff can remove the tenant, and only the sheriff can remove the tenant. And they'll give the tenant a final date to move out. One thing to remember, only a judge can legally evict someone. Never change the locks or remove tenant belongings yourself. You want to make sure you go through the legal process. All right, option number 4, sell your property. Sometimes being a landlord, it becomes too much to handle. And you can sell your house, your property, even with the tenant still living there. This option, you get rid of all the stress. You don't have to worry about the rent payments, court dates, or difficult conversations. It really gives you cash in your pocket, and you get paid quickly, and you move on with your life, even if the tenant still hasn't paid. So you let someone else handle this problem, and the new owner takes over dealing with the tenant situations, so you don't have to. And really what this does is it helps you to move on with your life instead of being stuck in a bad situation for months. You could be done with it in just a few weeks. And we're very experienced in this. We do this all the time. So companies like mine are able to take care of this relatively quickly and help you cash out in the process. Okay, so there you have it, your options to dealing with the tenant that isn't paying rent. So one question for you, are you tired of dealing with tenant problems? At PPS House Buyers, we buy properties even with difficult tenant situations. We give you a quick close and give you a fair cash offer. So call us today. We're at 281-306-5055, or you can visit us online at ppshousebuyers.com. We've helped many landlords just like you get their life back on track. We can often close in as little as 7 days, and of course we buy the property as is, even with the tenant problems and the tenant still living in the property. So don't let the tenant problems keep you up at night. Let's talk about it and see how we can help you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a good day.